I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. So hopefully you recognize that we got a little bit into this already in the previous lesson, but recognize that essentially this is what we are discovering about the cause, talking about effects right here, cause and effects. Now we want to recognize what the cause of all existence really is and what's peopling our world. Peopling, they said that in a couple lessons ago. And what peoples your world. And this. Once you discover this, you're really coming closer to the center of the universe, and that being the center of Christ. So where all comes manifesting from. So, in the sense of course, you're doing the course lesson as stated. Please follow with that. Do it as much as you can. Right on as it's described every single time. Okay, I'm not in place of your lesson practice, but you can use and listen to this, of course, as often as you want. Recognize that as you're actually attempting to realize what the attack thought is, that becomes the nature in the universe, that becomes manifest. So you're actually trying to recognize the thought that is the cause. Now, it is not quite as obvious and right on the surface always as your personality is aware. This is what would be considered your the subconscious perspective of your mind, as well as a superconscious, which is what I would refer to as consciousness of Christ. But you're getting closer and closer to it if you're doing this course properly. So you're discovering what literally is the cause of the effect in which the world is. So as you're lining this up and you're thinking about just like in last lesson, that this is an attack thought, this is what is occurring, this disaster or whatever it might be, and you're trying to discover essentially what is the cause thought, that it is in my mind. There is a thought that literally is the exact same thing that is manifest. So there literally is ideas to every aspect of the world. What was it? Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. Literally. This is huge, right? There's a thought for every last little thing you are seeing, you are experiencing, you're feeling, you're tasting, you're smelling. And if you don't recognize what that thought is that becomes manifest, you will not discover the cause of the effect. And that circling that occurs. You have thoughts about the effect, which is the cause of the effect. The thoughts about the effect, the cause of the effect, the thoughts of the effect, cause of the effect, continuously cycle. If you're not willing to see things differently, if you're not willing to take the responsibility, sever that circle, it's not going to be a different effect. It won't be a different effect if you don't try to actually see it differently, aside from what you say, no, I can't see it differently. This is what is really honestly happening. Yes, I believe in you. I trust you. Yes, this is justifiably, but if you're not going to make the change in your mind, you're not going to experience the change in the world. And that's the thing about how the world cannot change, because it is literally an effect. It is only representing your mind and your consciousness of what you really are. Say that of Christ. So we want to discover this, that the spiritual universe literally is an experience of representing you. That's why it's been God's representative, the voice of God, right? So that is a representation of your experience, that right now this is what you are called to do. This is who you are. This is unification of what reality is. You're recognizing that the cause is discoverable within you. The cause is discoverable within you. Oh man, it's always me, isn't it? It's always my lesson. Oh, jeez. Woo. Everything is here to teach you to discover that essence of what you really are. This whole world, this whole occurrence, all disasters, all craziness is all happening because of what you believe, what you think, what you understand, what you feel like you deserve or don't deserve, and how you process and understand different people and all this stuff. Everything is an effect. You are the cause.